Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some fitness stuff. I think I'm gonna try to include more fitness into my channel, and really I want this channel to be about bettering oneself in general. And it's gonna be, of course, I'm gonna be trying to give expertise on areas that I have experience with, and really trying to give a perspective, a different point of view to certain things, and things that I have pursued and have interest in myself. So hopefully I can help push you towards better when I'm striving for these things myself. Yeah, like I said, I want to incorporate some fitness stuff. I think my channel is going to be fairly broad in the type of things I talk about. Definitely into crypto right now, and into real estate, and into cars, and a range of things. I think they're all potentially useful and hopefully entertaining, and hopefully will bring value and benefit to you. But before I post my first lifting related video in a while, I just wanted to talk about some of my lifting theories in general, and basically some resources here. Swap my screen, but are actually, I've recently found AlphaDestiny. I think he's gaining popularity fairly quickly, and I think rightfully so. I think some of the stuff he's talking about are it's pretty valuable and worth considering. I don't think he's absolutely correct on everything, but I think he's fairly intelligent, and he is going about it a different way than I've seen people go about lifting in a while. And I think he's really onto something in general. And I'm just kind of suggesting to you that he may be something worth watching. He may be a good resource. He's been a resource to me. And just to summarize some of what I've specifically liked about AlphaDestiny is something. One of the things that he talks about are why the range of motion, while limiting the range and doing extremely high amounts of weight, can get, especially, this is more towards natural people, but can potentially get them more mass and strength faster. And I think just that basic principle of basically starting with a low range of motion and working towards a full range of motion is something that I've not heard many people talk about before and explore that type of lifting. And just watching his channel and how incredibly strong he's gotten, and I do think right now that he is natural. It's pretty impressive, and I don't think I think it's worth considering adding to your lifting routine. And along those lines, Mike, the Machine Bruce, is kind of has similar theories and kind of unique takes on lifting. And similar to AlphaDestiny, I mean, you can at least see, like, this guy's traps are pretty legitimate. I think his traps are partly what made him famous, and then now his actual how strong he is adding to giving some authenticity to what he's saying. But similarly, this guy's neck is pretty insane. He has a lot of information on networks out and different theories. I take everybody with a grain of salt. I don't think that either one is absolutely correct. But I do think that there's some people that are potentially still undervalued. Like, their theories are not yet really widely recognized, and I think people in general in lifting, especially being natural, would benefit from looking and considering these guys' lifting style. Let's see here. One thing, just a huge caveat along with this, I think good form, especially if you're tackling this kind of lifting style, is very important. I wouldn't say it's I don't know. Dangerous is a subjective. Like, it's hard to quantify dangerous, but I wouldn't be too concerned. Like, I don't feel bad at all recommending this, but I do at the other side say you have to be aware of your form, and in some ways, like, this is really good and it's going to get you farther faster, I believe, in general, but not if you have bad form. You're going to get hurt, and you're going to go backwards instead of forwards. So I just want to give that big caveat here. Another thing, just as straight up resource, for a natural lifter. I think I'll put a link to this in the description here, but it's called MaxOT, and basically the theory or the basic layout of how this works, it's kind of like a goal of the workout, and yeah, basic principles of the workout is that in general each workout should be 30 to 40 minutes. I honestly think that's really hard to keep it that short, but realizing that shortness in a workout, short and intense, I think is truly actually really valuable. And similarly, 1 to 2 muscle groups per workout per day. Honestly, I gotta admit, right now this is sort of contradicting some of what AlphaDestiny is saying. What I like about AlphaDestiny specifically is the consideration of the smaller rep range and extremely high amount of weights and working towards the full rep range. It's just one of the things, and I think I'm hopefully talking to an audience that is capable of thinking for themselves and considering and taking away what is valuable and leaving the stuff that's not valuable there. So I understand when I'm saying some of this. If people are familiar with these, it kind of sounds contradictory, and of course I'm going to try to clarify what I like and don't like about them, but just want to recognize that here. For example, AlphaDestiny really likes training his whole body. I'm honestly not completely per workout. I'm not completely sold on that. I think it's not necessarily the end of the world, but as a general rule, I would avoid doing a full body workout. I think at least for me, and I know people are different, genetics and nutrition and many other factors play into this. For me, letting my body rest a week before I target that muscle group specifically again really seemed to correlate with more size and more strength. From my experience, that is true. So they're saying train only 1 or 2 muscle groups per workout per day. For example, that would be biceps and triceps could be a combination of type of muscle groups. Let's see here. Do 69 total heavy sets. Basically, make your sets count. Put them in there and get out. Like the time you're in the gym doesn't matter. It's more about the intensity, and I think that basic principle is quite legitimate. Similarly, almost the same ideas, 4 to 6 reps, which is relatively low for most people going after hypertrophy, trying to get size in their muscle. From my experience as a natural person, there's something true about this, and it's surprising. You do your workout, at least when I do it, I feel like I leave and I'm like, man, I'm not sure if that was a good workout. The next day I'm so sore, and it feels like it was a good workout, and it's a little bit counterintuitive. Like putting a ton of effort into 4 to 6 reps. Like if you can get over 6, you probably should put a little bit more weight on. And if you can't get 4, you probably should take a little weight off. And trying to stay in that range is a general rule. I think is I can tell you from my experience, it is good stuff, especially for hypertrophy. But it's also really correlated with strength because your reps are down. Take basically 2 to 3 minutes, and I can say that's a little longer than a lot of people, and that's really the point of it. Isn't necessarily to actually like time out 2 to 3 minutes, but it's that you want to be recovered. You want to take those few sets that you do and just dominate. Like this is obviously not literally true, but kill yourself in them. Like hold nothing back. Don't injure yourself, but everything up till injury, just give it. Your body's pretty good at not letting you push yourself. If you have good form, past what's really going to hurt it. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah. Train each muscle group once every 5 to 7 days. The emphasis on recovery and all that's involved in the waiting time. A lot of muscles are going to get worked indirectly, like your lower back or your shoulders, for example. Like they're involved in so much in almost any lift some way or another. Like obviously you're going to be getting blood in there and some other things, which is really good. But I do think waiting, like I said, is a great thing. Before you focus back again on that group. And then another thing, emphasizing rest, which is one of the things that most people don't emphasize, is take a week break every 8 to 10 weeks. I know this for myself. I take the week off. I feel like I'm losing so much muscle, and I go back, and usually that week back or the week after, like I come back and everything's okay. The next week I usually break PRs, and there's something about taking that break that I think really is needed. Another thing just about myself, I've been more or less out of lifting for a while, and I'm trying to get back in, and I'm going to try to post videos and things I think are of value to you guys, but it's not like I think, the truth is, like, right now I'm not at my peak, and I notice, as another side note, there's this tendency for lifters and bodybuilders in general to live in the good old days when they were strong, and I always mention that. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of live in the moment and live like, what can I do now to make the most of what I've got, and like kind of bring you guys with me as I'm practicing these things. Hopefully you'll see some improvements, and you'll come along with me and start incorporating some of these things and get freaking huge and fit. And anyway, just as a side note, I don't think I'm the epitome of fitness at the moment, or strength, or something, but it is my goal, and I'm working towards that. And I want to bring you guys in with me as I go for that. And I even though it's hard for me to give incredibly good reasons backing it up, like, I'm not the hugest freak of nature right now, I have actual confidence in myself, and I think I have an edge. And I will start posting some pictures, probably not so current ones, just because it'll help, I think, give that idea that something's there. And I'm doesn't mean anything, anyone words cheap, but I'm as natural as you get. I don't even take pro hormones. I don't do anything like that. But anyway, I'm gonna post a video just for fun of me yesterday doing amazing trap workout. I think it's something, if someone wants bigger traps, they should incorporate in, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get stronger and bigger if you do this. Anyway, I hope you like this. So, as we like to say, here goes nothing. If I can get this in the camera here. This is what I like to call the best very upper back and trap workout in the freaking world. Here we go. This might also be called How Ben Breaks His Back. Ben is an idiot. We'll find out. I can't fit any more weights on. All the weights I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plates. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 45s, 2 35s, and a 25. Obviously a partial lift, but it freaking... Okay, here we go. I don't want to try any harder than that. Ben lives to see another day. Okay, so let's try number 2. This may be number 2 and last, but I got it in us. Straps are falling off. Whew. Partial reps for make fun of them, but you can't tell me that's not a legit workout. I believe it is. Alright, you guys, that was just a dumb video here, but I really do think that type of lift, you will feel it in your traps and in your upper back. It's gonna, if you feel like lifting dumbbells or other trap type shrugs aren't doing a lot, try this. I know I'm going to be doing it weekly now, and I think I'm gonna have to invest in more weights because that's as much as I could put on there. And I think it's actually not going to be that hard in a short period of time, so I'm going to really need more weight. Anyway, hopefully this video was helpful to you. I want to post more videos like this. If you have any thoughts or comments, write them down below. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up if this was helpful. Keep it real, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.